SBR Forum videos. This is Pete's Premium Parlay for the early bowl games. This one's going to cover the bowl games through Friday, December 27th. I'm Peter Loshak, and again, I'm up 291 so far on the year, but I've had a bunch of losing weeks. That number's going down. So I'm still happy with how I've done overall, but I got to put it together and get it together and put together a couple winners here. I've got a three-teamer that I'm going to do with 2s and 3s, so it's a tight, conservative round robin, and hopefully I'll have a winner with either this one or the NFL one. Hopefully both. All right, let's go over the sharp action and the picks recommended by the professional handicappers. Most of the sharp action that Brent from BetDSI had to tell me about concerns the Saturday games. Colorado State, Washington State. Sharps took the over 65. Now it's at 66, and I agree with that. Don't quite like it enough to put it in the parlay. And I previewed that game with Troy West from allplayswin.com. He recommended Washington State -4. That was the line when we previewed it. Now it's Washington State up to 5.5. I almost included that, but decided against it. Then I previewed the Fresno State game, right, with Brandon Shively. And Brandon Shively recommended Fresno State at +6. And Brent did tell me that Fresno State, when it hit 7, was a really big sharp play. And he said that the public is also all over USC. So that's going to be a big sharp public split with the Sharps on Fresno State +6 and the public taking USC. The Sharps supposedly also took USC Fresno State over 62. I was tempted to maybe take a shot with Fresno State at +6 or buy it up to +7. Ultimately decided against it, but that is a sharp side according to Brent. And then another sharp side that he identified, which is going to be one of the legs in the parlay, is San Diego State. He said that the Sharps came in on them at Pick'em. Right now they're -2, so and that's a reversal. Buffalo opened at -2. I actually did preview that game with Shively as well. He recommended Buffalo at -2, but it's looking like the weather's going to be relatively mild in that one. When I first handicapped the game, I liked San Diego State at +2, and then when I heard from Brent that the Sharps came in on San Diego State at Pick'em, it was enough to make me want to include them at -2 in the parlay. So that's going to be my first pick in the parlay, San Diego State -2. Then the second pick is also going to be another game that was recommended by Brandon Shively, which I agree with, Oregon State -3. If you watch the preview of that game, you'll hear all his reasoning. I agree with it. That, agrees with my initial sense on that game as well. So that's going to be the second pick in the parlay for me, Oregon State -3. And then the third pick is going to be an interesting one, the under in Syracuse, Minnesota. That's the Texas Bowl a little bit later in the week. It's 47.5. Very low total, but both these teams are just complete run-oriented teams. They don't pass a lot. They're probably not going to change up their game plan for this one, so it's probably going to just be a battle of who can run better, who can stop the run better, and to me that spells, under. Both these teams have had a lot of games this year that went under 47.5, so even though it's a low total, I think it's more likely than not to go under. So those are my three picks for my premium parlay for the opening bowl game: San Diego State -2, Oregon State -3, and Syracuse, Minnesota under 47.5. And again, that's a three-teamer, $25 base of 2s and 3s, $100 to win 347.30, and if only 2 of them win, basically breaks even. And that's my Pete's Premium Parlay for the first week of college bowls. Thanks for tuning in.